Be present in over 150 experiences covering every genre imaginable. Virtual Presence Productions.
Alright, so I'm in headset with you guys right now. I haven't watched this video since I shot it. And it's a hard one, and that's why I haven't watched it. Oh shit, the Rockstar. This is when I found out.
I just got the email that the Super Bowl was canceled.
Yeah.
Disney, NFL, and talks that could give league ESPN stake put NFL media under Disney.
So if you've never seen this, what happened was there was the threat of a buyout, which to this day still hasn't completely gotten done, but it's closer, that froze all of the new things that NFL media was doing. And it's just unfortunate that it got announced a couple weeks before the Super Bowl because I was going. I sure wish they would have announced that shit after the Super Bowl. Still could have had the experience. But the video I wanted to make here, and this seemed like the right background to do it on, is one about...
They're already doing it.
No, they're not actually, dude. It's one about not silver linings. I think a lot of people are like, oh, well, you know, the good news is at least I got the opportunity to do the Rams test. And the good news is, and that's silver linings. I run my life a little bit different. My goal was to make me happy that I lost the Super Bowl. Because had I not, I wouldn't be where I am today. That's a lot fucking harder to pull off, right? But, and I guess you don't always pull it off, but if that becomes your focus, you work a lot harder. So here's why, as of today, assuming this all doesn't blow up, but boy, the news today really changed things. Here's why I am actually happy. The truth is, and I never really got to get into this because I lost it so quickly, was I was introduced by the quote-unquote friend with him being the producer and the director of this content, and I just had the camera. Now, I obviously proved to the people at NFL Media that I did all of it, and they were quite impressed with the reel, and obviously it greenlit the Super Bowl. But because of that introduction and that beginning, this was kind of pitched as an in-house NFL Media thing, and they were desperately trying to figure out how I did all this shit. They wanted my timelines, they wanted my workflow, and
So I'm usually not shaking.
dude, I'm shaking. Look at my fucking hands shaking.
At stake this time.
Wow, this is crazy. It's crazy to have this documented, guys. This is what's crazy about this format. This is virtual presence. You are sitting here with a dude who is calm through almost everything, actually fucking losing it. Anyway, so I knew that going into this, even though I was going to go to the Super Bowl, we're going to be shooting this content, and this is more than I could have imagined, that this is how they saw me. And they were trying to find a way to make me just the camera guy, and that I was going to have a problem. But it didn't matter. I was going to the goddamn Super Bowl. So, oh, hi. Okay. Maybe I'll just show something else here while I'm talking. So after this day, I realized my goal had to be, that can't ever happen to me again. I have got to establish myself as a company before this merger goes through. So when it's readdressed, they are dealing with someone who's done far more than just that test. Which is when I started hitting up my contacts, which eventually led me to Hef, and then he got me everything. He got me into the NBA. He got me into the NHL. He set up meetings with all of those people. He then connected me with Mr. Brian DeClue at Spectrum that got me the LeBron shoot. Hooked me up with Greg Taylor at the Dodgers. It got me the Ohtani shoot. And the resulting reel from all that stuff got to the guy I call Yoda, who was friends with Pete Carroll. And then the rest is history. And now we're getting ready to propose a multi-year contract to some billionaires. And every single person involved in that company has It's some of the smartest people I've ever shown this reel to, ever. They get it. They want it. This is going to happen. But had it not been for, the person who set me up with NFL Media ghosting me, which seemed so awful, but is now like a fucking blessing because Hef is 25% of my company. And the people thinking I was just a cameraman going away, and I never got really involved in a contract with NFL Media because I clearly wouldn't have done anything more than that NFL season. If it wasn't for those two things happening, I never would have met Hef. I never would have gotten NBA virtual presence and NHL virtual presence and turned the term virtual presence into an actual word that I believe now is going to change the industry. So, believe it or not, as we stand today, or once, next week when we start signing contracts and all that shit, I mean, we still have to produce and we still have to make it happen. But I did it. I didn't find the silver lining to losing the Super Bowl. I pushed myself. It took 16 months, but I pushed myself to make that loss turn into the only reason I'm sitting here today, or the only reason I was sitting in a billionaire's office a few days ago, showing him what I had done and having him lose his freaking mind. And that was verified by Yoda going back up there and going, yeah, you weren't wrong on the temperature, Adam. That's my favorite part. Like, you talk to these, really well-connected guys that always want to temper things. And, well, I mean, he is a little concerned. He just was like, yeah, no, Mark's really excited. Yeah, he's raring to go. And to the point of the rest of the company trying to figure out how to make sure he gets what he's expecting. And this is just one of those moments of my life I'm trying to hold on to because things are about to change. But I wanted to hang out for a little bit with that dude 16 months ago who, God, look at this. Hang in there, man. You always hang in there, dude. You always keep going. That's like the motto of your life. But, man, to look at it in this headset, and you got to understand, I don't feel like I'm looking at me. This Adam dude, he's a character. He's turned into a character in my life that, granted, I'm acting it out and I'm living it and I'm writing about it and I'm making videos about it. When I put my headset on, I'm just watching this dude and I'm rooting for that dude too because this motherfucker keeps losing. This Sisyphus, that's what Koya definitely nailed the term. It's an old Greek god pushing the boulder up the mountain, and here we are. Holy fuck. But anyway, all right, I'm going to enjoy my weekend. Next week is crazy, going back to Vegas, looking at the paperwork on Monday. Feels like a breathe deep moment.
Oh, and there's a lot more of these. Please check out my other VRLogs and subscribe and comment. It means the world to me.